This video is sponsored by my faithful Patreon supporters. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter today, click on the link in the description. Table talk. Table talk. It's a new meme. It's a new day. You gotta do the table talk to get your way. All you gotta do is sit right here, have a little talk with Arthur about stuff that's not really relevant. Woo, everybody! Welcome! New channel, new series. Welcome to a new series called Table Talk, where at least once a week or so, I'll give you guys a little updates as to what's been going on in the little spectrum, the little bubble that is my channel. Today, what I would like to start off with is one of my favorite topics that has been accumulating over the past few weeks, which is the nice little fun time I had with Cerebral Overlord, aka the developer of Succubi Trap. Now, if you guys didn't watch the original video, it was about 30 minutes long, and it was unedited completely except for when I was showing my points and stuff like that, like graphs and stuff, because the dev decided it was a great idea to try and contact me through my email. In the big, bold red letters, he says, "Don't tell people they're wrong." I never did. I never said once that he was wrong about anything. I gave an honest review of the game. It was bad, it was buggy, and it sucked. And harassed me about leaving a bad review, even though he sent me a review key. And, you know, it was within my rights to just barf on the game because it was $13 at the time. And he dropped the price because of what I said. But the best part about this is that there is an update on the game page on Steam, which I'll show you guys right here. It says an IP copyright issue halts experiment, therefore removed from the game. Boy, oh boy, could he be any more naive. Like I said in the end of the video, I even said that the game was probably going to become a nice crappy environment because of his choice to contact me. And look what happened. Not 3 days later, after my video was uploaded, he posts this saying somebody copyright claimed his idea, and he says, as the title suggests, someone is accusing me of stealing his or her idea, and has demanded me to remove my experiment from my pathetic attempt of a video game. And then he says, I quit. I didn't even bother to make an actual thumbnail for the video because the devs didn't deserve it for something about their game, and I only showed a few moments of gameplay because I didn't want them to get any sort of publicity out of it. They said they quit, and one thing I wanted to bring up about that is if somebody watched my video, and if one of you are the people who came after him and claimed it as your own or something like that, you can't copyright that sort of idea. But if it was like him using tracks that weren't his or weren't royalty-free tracks, then I understand it, and if it was yours, then I understand it. But if it wasn't yours and you were just going after him and attacking him because of my video, please understand that I don't want you to try and do that sort of thing. It's wrong. And like I said in the video that, you know, people make good games, people make bad games, people make all good, all bad games. And this might have just been one of his instances of making a bad game and making poor decisions. I don't believe he learned from his experience because he says, I quit. And he brought his own downfall, unfortunately. He stepped too far into things that he couldn't control, and because of his stupidity, like I said in the video, he brought attention to himself, way more attention to himself than what he expected, and so him coming after me was, like I said, the worst decision he could have made, and because of what I made, and because of what he did to me, caused his game to go to crap, and he says, I quit. But he says, at least it looks pretty, I can't agree. The game looks ugly as sin. Oh man. But as it stood right there, it wasn't a full game. It seemed like more of a tech demo. And like he said, it was a test. It was his first game ever made, so he went with something basic, which was May's game. And I mean, good on him. I don't want him to quit. That's something I don't want any game developer to do. You know, we all make bad decisions and we should learn from them, but don't stop doing something you like to do just because other people are coming after you. It's not right. It's not right for people to sway you into quitting or not quitting, but if Cerebral Overlord, if you're watching this, please don't quit. I highly recommend starting out with something even more basic, a different program, even maybe going with RPG Maker, maybe going with Unity, maybe even just going with Game Guru, and then, you know, building up from there, learning the process and all that sort of stuff of how to make a proper game, and then see what goes from there. I would love to see something else that you make that's besides a maze game and besides some sort of experiment. I would love to see something else, because it seems like you actually have some sort of knowledge as to what you're doing, but you just made far too many poor decisions, and this is what happens. I tell this to a lot of people, don't mess with me. Bad things happen. People don't understand that bad things happen when I bring things up in my videos. Ever since I've got an audience, poor things tend to happen to people who challenge me. So, there you guys have it. That's a little update for the Succubi Trap. Let me go ahead and talk about the channel. Recently, you guys have noticed I have started to add that little Humble Bundle partnership thing at the very beginning of my videos, and that's because I am actually partnered with Humble Bundle. If you guys love great games for cheap, and then if you use the link in the description, you also get 8% off anything you purchase with that referral link. You also, if you join Humble Bundle, you get 10% off extra anything you buy. And you also get a great library of games for $12 a month. You get over $170 worth of games for $12, and it's fantastic. And not only on top of that, like I said, you get 10% off anything you buy in the store. And also the most important thing why I am partnered with them is because you can support charity. By any stretch of the imagination, the only reason why I'm actually now partnered with them and why it's important for me to use Humble Bundle all the time for most of my games that I buy, is because it's supporting some sort of charity. And I think that's very, very important, because not only are we getting good games for great prices, but also at the same time you're supporting other causes that are far more important than your video game addiction. So if you want to try and support charity while also getting great deals on great games, use the referral link in the description. It would really help out the channel and help out charity. It's really, really cool. Recently, about a month or two ago, I left my partnership program, TGN. I was with TGN for about 3 years, ever since April 28th, 2014. And at the very beginning, TGN was actually a very good program to be with, a very good partnership. They helped me out a lot. My channel grew very, very quickly. But over time, I started to notice that everything else started to become a meme, and now if you actually look at their Twitter page, everything is just memes. There's no engagement or trying to grow their people, things like that. Drifter, if you are familiar with Call of Duty and stuff like that, Drifter is a partner with TGN, and as far as I know, he still is and has been for the longest time, but even he struggles sometimes. With over 1 million subscribers, he struggles to hit 20,000 views a video, or even 10,000 sometimes, and that's depressing. And hopefully if I ever reach 1 million and it comes to that, I won't be making a minuscule amount of views. I really want an audience. That's what I want. The more important thing to me is having people actually engage in the videos instead of just, oh, like, favorite, subscribe, everybody. Like, favorite, subscribe. I even created a second channel called Arthur FPS, where I've uploaded 1 video so far, and I used that channel as like a test, because I uploaded that 1 video, it's a legit video, and then I went on to view-botting sites and sub-botting sites, and I messed with that to see if they actually work, and unfortunately they do. Because I was going to start this new series where I call out people who are using view bots and sub bots and comment bots, because it's very obvious when somebody is. I think not a few months ago, I got a comment on one of my videos from somebody who had like 300 subs, and now they have over 6K in the matter of months, and they're playing outdated games with terrible editing. They're getting thousands of views, hundreds of views a video, and it just doesn't make sense to me, because everything is such poor quality, but they're growing. I think they get like around like 1,000 views a day, and they're playing games like The Last of Us, and those videos are getting thousands of views, not just like 1,500 views. They're getting like 4K views a video, and that game is old as sin, and they're growing ridiculously quick, and it doesn't make sense. And so this is the sort of thing which also affects me as a content creator, because not only have I been doing this for over 4 years, almost 5 years now, these sorts of channels that grow really quickly, advertisers like that sort of thing, and so they're going to push those sort of channels up higher than my channel. And so these people who are botting and abusing the system are pushing content creators who actually do work downwards, and we're almost unrecognizable and almost impossible to find. And so that's why I want to call out these sorts of people, because yes, it does affect me. It's not me just complaining. It does affect me as a content creator. It makes me harder to find. It makes my content harder to find and watch and stuff like that. And it really puts me down that people are still using and abusing this system. And recently somebody has actually been view botting my videos. But the thing is people don't understand is that the current algorithm for YouTube has stopped that from working. So I would notice this increasingly huge spike in views. Like, it would go up to like 70 views and within like 30 seconds. And then maybe 2 days later, it would cut that off wherever it should be and show me like the regular amount of views, like 25 views or something like that. And whoever's doing it, stop. It doesn't work. It just, I think it actually makes things worse for me. It's not helping me, it's not helping the channel, it's just making things worse. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but like, you'll notice like some of my videos will have a bunch of views and then those will go away all of a sudden. That's because somebody's view botting me and it needs to stop. It's not helping. It's making things worse, alright? And it doesn't work to begin with. But there you guys have it. That was the very first episode of Roundtable Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to make more of these videos in the future. I really like making this sort of content. I know you guys like whenever I vlog. I think people just like listening to my wonderful voice, because people have told me before I have a great voice. I don't see it. I really don't. I like talking though, so you might see more of these videos in the future, if you know what I mean. That just means you might see more in the future. I don't But thank you guys, everybody, so much for all of your support with the channel. I really do appreciate everybody's help in keeping it going and stuff like that while I work out my personal problems. Like that Succubi Trap thing. It took me a good 2 weeks to make that video. It took me quite a while to get the information I needed before making the video, because I like to do research before making something like that, because it's making a lot of accusations. And if I don't have a bunch of proof to back it up, it makes me look ignorant. And it's the same thing with my Alvarado school system videos. Like, I do a lot of research before I make one of those, and that's why there's like a good month and a half to 2 months to 3 months in between those videos. And I have one more coming, and it's gonna be the final one. And that one is going to destroy a lot of things that Alvarado might not like. So hopefully I won't get the cops on me. But there you guys have it. I'm still doing college. I'm still in college right now. I'm doing everything college-wise from home, and that's because I'm sick and tired of doing my college stuff at the college, because my last semester was just the worst. I had to get cops on one roommate. The other roommate, I moved out because they were just smelling so bad because of weed, and their friends were stealing my stuff. But now I'm in my new setup in my room. I used to be over here. My setup used to be over here, and my desk used to be literally right here, facing long ways this way, and now it's long ways this way. And I moved everything because of VR, obviously. I want to be able to walk around and all that, but I couldn't while I was in this little corner. There's just a corner here, and now I'm actually in the middle of my room. My bed is right there. It's right behind my desk. But there you guys have it. I also got a Nintendo Switch, which is really cool. I only played one game so far because it's the only one I own, and it's not Hyrule Warriors, but Fire Emblem Warriors, because I'm a huge fan of Dynasty Warriors, but I also have Breath of the Wild, Flame in the Flood, and Stardew Valley, and Breath of the Wild is still downloading, unfortunately, and it's a huge game, so it's going to take a while to download. It's been downloading all day yesterday and stuff like that, but there you guys have it. This was a nice little table talk. I really like talking with you guys. I really think it's important for you guys to just kind of sit down and try to talk with me about things, and I also want to eliminate that sort of sheet that's between us, because I really like just talking with you guys about everything, and it's really important to me that I'm as transparent as possible. Unfortunately, my channel is still in review for monetization, and it's been that way for 2 months now, even though it said it'd be over within a week or two, or at the end of January. And unfortunately, I'm starting to get out of that threshold of being able to be monetized, because I didn't want to upload anything without being monetized. And unfortunately, I'm having to wait this long. And at the beginning, whenever I was applying for monetization, you have to have over 4,000 watch hours within the past year, and you also have to have over 1,000 subscribers. Well, this 1,000 subscriber thing wasn't a problem. What is a problem is the 4,000 hours of watch time, because I started my review for monetization at almost 7,000 hours, which I was like, oh yeah, I'm in the clear. I got this going. I'm about to go below 5,000 watch hours, because I've had to wait so long for them to review my channel. And unfortunately, that's the case, and that's why I've partnered with Humble Bundle, because, like I said, they support charity, and not only that, you know, I don't have to put ads on my videos if that goes well. Patreon has been working out very well. I have another Patreon supporter. Thank you very much, Phoenix. I really do appreciate that. You're gonna be at the beginning of this video, or you should have been. And also, anytime you support me on Patreon, you're going to be in the description of every video, and at the beginning of every vlog, you're going to be at the beginning of that, personally, me thanking you with my own voice. So, there you guys have it. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. This was the very first episode of Table Talk. I really do appreciate if you guys would support this new series. I think this is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun new series. I really like doing vlogs, and I know people have been wanting them more. So here's your little weekly dose. Weekly dose. If you guys want to see more, thank you everybody so much for watching. And please, if you want to support the channel, please go into the description. There should be 2 different links, one for Humble Bundle and one for Patreon. If you want to support the channel and support charity, that would be fantastic. I would highly recommend just doing it anyway. If not to support the channel, just to buy great games and support charity at the same time. I think it's a fantastic system. But thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the bell icon so that way you guys get notified the next time I upload a video, and try to be a part of the notification squad in the comments. I would read out the next comment in the next table talk. I think that would be fantastic. And if you guys have any questions, I might do a Q&A as well. Please put some questions down in the comments, and I might answer them next time. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.